So the next question over here that we are given is a municipal account statement. We are given a municipal account statement, and basically we are told that this person is paying this municipal account statement, and we need to know how much this person is going to be paying using that. So I'm going to be explaining this municipal statement that we have been given over here. So it says municipal account statement. So we've got the name of the person over here, Fortune SJ. We've got the address, 33 Wood Street, so on and so on. We've got the date, and this is a statement for January 2017. So we've got the account number, nice long account number going on over there, and then going forward as well, we've got the stand size. You know, we've been given all this information about this stand, and we've got the valuation date as well. Number of dwellings means how many houses are in that stand, and then we've got the portion, so on and so on. And going on down with this particular slip that we have here, it's a tariff again. Look at that. We have the meter readings, and it tells us there meter period, and automatically there it says for us it's 23 days. So we haven't been given the date for when it is until, but we know the start date. And normally in a municipal statement like this, you'd have the start date and the end date. So it says to us there meter readings and consumption, and then we've got the start reading. So when they went and they read it and they plugged in, it was at 467, and then at the end it was at 479. The consumption is even calculated for us. Beautiful. The consumption was 12 kiloliters. Daily average consumption is also given to us there. Nice one. And then we've got our nice tariff steps going on over there, and the monthly charge that we've been given, and the billing period. That's so beautiful. Everything has basically been given. Let's go to the questions that come with this. Have you seen that every time there's an annexure, what do? The first thing I do is go and read the annexure, because then I can go back and read the questions and I'll be able to link the two together. It's very easy for you to link the two together when you can understand the statement that has been given. When you are studying, make sure you study each and every single annexure that there is, because sometimes you come across a statement that you've never seen before. And the beautiful thing about maths literacy is that you've seen every statement if you've studied almost every type of paper. So you need to be well prepared in terms of that. Let's read the questions. It says to us, Annexure A shows an adapted municipal account statement. Property rates and services account of Mr. Fortune. So we've been told what type of statement this is. Sometimes they won't tell you the type of statement that it is. So you basically need to say what type of statement it is. They'll ask you, what type of statement is this? Okay. 2.2.1, it says to us, write down the valuation date. Valuation date simply means how much the house costs, that particular house, how much it costs on that particular date. Remember, the price of the house also varies. The beautiful thing about maths literacy, it's real life stuff. Write down the valuation date. The valuation date is super, super, super easy. It's that date over there. Okay, I'm not going to write it down. It's 2013. It is there July the 1st. So it's the 7th month. It's July the 1st. The next question says to us, name the municipal services that Mr. Fortune is charged for. Don't guess. Please don't guess. Go to the statement and find exactly what he is being charged for. Let's go down. If you go down and you read properly, you will see over here that he is being charged for his sewer. Okay, so don't make assumptions. Stunning. Can you see? We're busy collecting our 2 marks. 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, all the way to the end. Determine the end date of the reading period of this statement. This one is a nice, tricky one. Okay, very nice, tricky one. How do we know the end date? We have the start date but we don't have the end date. And the end date, how do you determine that? You determine it via 23 days. So you need to add these 23 days to that 27 November over there. So you have to count your dates. And one of the most beautiful things about maths literacy is that it has to apply to real life. So you need to know, number one, how many days does November have? And then does November have 30 days? Does November have 31 days? So I would give you some tips and tricks, but obviously we don't have the time for that. Know how many days each month has, and then you can count that 23 on top of that. Beautiful. So that will give us our finish over there. Okay. It says to us, show how the daily average water consumption of 0.522 kiloliters was calculated. So we need to know how that daily consumption was calculated. The first thing that we need to know is how many days is this reading. Firstly, it says to us it's 23 days over there. So we know that we're going to take the total consumption, and the total consumption is 12 kiloliters. I am going to write that down because I want us to see how it was worked out and see if we are going to get what they are talking about. 12 kiloliters divided by 23 days. All the clues are there. All the clues are there. No one is trying to trick you. Let's see if it gives us what we are looking for. 12 divided by 23 days. It gives you 0.5. I'm actually going to try and write that nice number down. 0.5217. 0.5217. And it goes on. But the beautiful thing now is that we need to round it off because we need to prove how this 0.22 was gotten. Okay, how they got it. Let's go and round that off. How do we round it off to 3 decimal places? We look at the number that is after that third number, which is 7. So it's above 5, meaning that 1 automatically becomes a 2. So it becomes 0.522 kiloliters. Don't be scared. 0.522 kiloliters is a lot of water. Okay, that's the daily consumption that we are using. Beautiful, right? Stunning. All the clues are always there. Name and explain which service on this statement is a variable expense. That's another word very common in maths literacy. Fixed versus variable. Fixed versus variable. A fixed expense is an expense that does not change. If I'm paying for car insurance and I pay 900 Rand every single month, that is a fixed. Okay, that's fixed. If I'm paying for bond repayments and I'm paying 5,000 every month, that's a fixed expense. Variable expense is an expense that changes every single month. Groceries are a variable expense, okay? Petrol could be a variable expense. Maybe you don't spend the same on petrol every single month. Why? Because petrol goes up and it goes down, okay? So we have to go and look for the variable expense, the expense that does not stay the same in this particular one. And if we go up and we look at our expenses over here, we will see that something that has the potential to be a variable expense. It says here, property rates, look at this. It says here, property rates are based on the market value of the property. So it depends on what the market value is at that particular time. Okay? So it's something that is not going to stay the same every single time. So we can write that as a variable. Okay? And we can also write something else as a variable being the monthly sewer charge. This can also be your variable because it's not going to be the same every single month. It's going to depend. Okay? It's not going to be the same every single month. The last question that I am going to be doing with you guys says calculate the monthly sewage rate excluding 14% VAT per square meter. So what do? We go look at the total and we subtract the 14% of that total. Let's look at what the total is over here. So the total that we have been given says to us it includes VAT. So we take that 880,000. Okay, and 10 cents. So we say 880 rand and 10 cents minus 14% of 880 rand and 10 cents. And then what do I do with it? I go and I calculate it. 880 rand and 10 cents minus. Let's go and calculate that. I am looking for 14% of 880 rand and 10 cents. And that's 123 rand and, okay, I'm going to make that 214 for now. So 123.214. Stunning. Why am I doing it like that? Be careful not to round off until the end, because sometimes what we want to do is we want to round off too quickly and then our answer is not the same as the person that's marking. $880.10 minus 123.214. So that's 756,886. Stunning, but money, rands, is rounded off, is given in 2 decimal places.